In the wake of disgraced former reality star Josh Duggar's arrest, some family members insisted that he was innocent. Jim Bob took this difficult-to-believe claim even further, trying to blame Josh's charges on an employee. However, investigators and prosecutors aren't buying that. According to recently unsealed court documents, the prosecution believes that Josh gave himself away using a provable electronic paper trail. In other words, federal agetns think that Josh Duggar was downright sloppy when it came to covering up his alleged crimes. An unsealed court transcript got into Radar Online's hands and detailed parts of the prosecution's case. Josh was arrested in late April and charged with receiving and possessing images and videos of the sexual abuse of young girls. Investigators seized an HP computer and an iMac laptop from Josh Duggar's place of work, a car lot. Apparently Josh used a consistent password to access the obscene material of children's lives being ruined. Additionally, the analysis of his electronics included a sizable helping of Josh's text messages, stored on the iCloud accessed via his computers. Text messages include date and timestamps. Using this and other date, investigators looked into whether Josh's electronic records indicated that he was at his computer when the illegal material was accessed. According to the prosecution, yes, Duggar was physically present by the devices according to his own texting activity. On May 14 of 2019, Josh snapped a photo of a vehicle on his work lot. This was at 4:14 p.m. in the afternoon. A short time later, he sent a text message that read, "Got stuck here, and still not free yet." It was only about 10 minutes later that, according to the analysis of his electronics, Josh's office computer was used. Specifically, the device was used to access porn sites associated with rape and files associated with child pornography. The government investigators say 20 minutes later, the prosecution maintains, 2 files featuring the illegal material were downloaded. Around 5:41 p.m., Josh's computer downloaded another. 7 minutes later, Josh sent a text to a friend. "I have your Versa down here for Carlin, by the way. I'm at my car lot," the text reads. Prosecutors note that this helps to demonstrate that it was Josh who used his own computer to access the material. Josh, of course, entered a plea of not guilty. His wife, at least, seems to fanatically maintain his innocence. As such, he is going to trial, which is set to begin in late November. So what exactly is the argument here? Ultimately, is it possible that someone snuck in and framed Josh in order to access disgusting materials? Setting aside the deeply upsetting contents of Josh's case, let's look at something more lighthearted. Let's say that I used an illegal file-sharing software to download the 8th season of Game of Thrones. I use this example because it's harmless, it's something that I have not done, and because, frankly, HBO should be grateful that someone would even pirate it. What if investigators track me down and accuse me of doing it, and I claim that someone else did this? In order to prove this, investigators might look at my use of my mobile phone. What tweets or texts did I send at the time? If my phone was on my Wi-Fi network, it indicates that I was at home during the alleged TV piracy. Location data could share even more. With those electronic records in place, I would have a hard time proving that I didn't illegally watch nearly a decade of cultural relevance get thrown out by bored showrunners. From this report, it sounds like Josh is similarly locked into a specific time and place. Of course, our hypothetical scenario was deliberately lighthearted. What Josh is charged with doing is downright evil. It may be that whoever was on the receiving end of Josh's text will be called to testify to demonstrate that the text came from Josh and was not part of an elaborate hoax.